is NBA action. Yeah, everyone's trying to come up big in the season's final week, like Joe Dumars and the Pistons, who are making a late surge, while the Sacramento Kings are making their own play.
All right, here we go. Look out! Oh, my goodness!
Reggie for three.
Oh, my baby. Oh, baby! Monkey!
Oh, you gotta love it.
He's on fire. For the block. Unbelievable.
Grant Hill with the explosion.
In your face, Admiral. Check him out.
Oh, between the legs. Oh, man.
Roll the tape.
Here it is.
Where? There you go. Oh, you gotta love that action.
We tip things off by going into the action in the Eastern Conference, starting with the Central Division champion, the Indiana Pacers. Larry Bird's Pacers have been struggling of late, and they fell behind again at home against Charlotte. David Wesley scored 23 points, leading the Hornets to a 10-point fourth-quarter lead. But Indiana came back behind Reggie Miller.
Best to Miller to tie the game. Yes. And the crowd goes wild.
Miller scored 27 points and helped send the game into overtime.
And it's good. And the foul.
And in the OT, Jalen Rose gave the Pacers their first lead of the game, and they held on to beat Charlotte, thanks mainly to Reggie Miller.
Either I was going to shoot us in or shoot us out. I don't care if I miss all my shots, but I got to continue to put the ball up and put pressure on the opposing teams, and thank God we got a big victory tonight.
Next up for Reggie and the Pacers, a showdown against the Atlanta Hawks for first place in the Central.
Smith's inside to Davis. Now just Matumbo and missed the dunk. Gets the follow.
Indiana led by 3 in the final seconds, but the Hawks had one last shot.
A deep three. Dave Smith ties it at the buzzer, and we're going to overtime.
In overtime, Reggie took charge again, finishing with 21 points as the Pacers snapped the Hawks' 7-game winning streak. Next up, they hosted Patrick Ewing and the Knicks, and this time Indiana enjoyed a blowout.
Nice look by Antonio Davis, and Dale Davis is the beneficiary. This way to Jalen Rose. Now Mullen, daylight for 3.
Chris Mullen hit 4 3-pointers and finished with 20 points.
Chris Mullen gets it away, and a tough shot, and he hits it. He is feeling it now.
Most of us guys playing on this team, that's all we have left. That's what we're playing for. That and only that. That's all. That's what we're all going for. That came from day one. We just want to win a championship.
Now let's get you back into the action with the Detroit Pistons, who are making a late season surge with 6 straight victories. Joe Dumars is wrapping up his 14-year career. And against the Bucks, he showed why he's been one of the game's greatest guards. Joe scored 20 points and led Detroit to a 5-point win.
Joe D, a leader from 20. Got it! Count the baby! He'll go to the line looking for a 3-point play. And he's getting ready to retire, folks.
Next, Detroit hosted Allen Iverson and the Sixers.
Ball loose on the deck, picked up by Grant. Deep bouncing to Lindsey inside Iverson. Comes through, double clutches, and hits the reverse. Wow!
And Grant Hill scored a game-high 35.
Corkscrew, double clutch scoop, and he scored it! Wow, sensational!
Detroit went on to beat Philadelphia by 4 to clinch a playoff berth. And in his final regular season home game, Joe Dumars had a memorable finish. Dumars scored 15 points, including 6 down the stretch, and he was saluted by the crowd for his brilliant career.
What I've been able to do for 14 years is be able to compete at the highest level, accomplish everything that, as an athlete, you would want to accomplish, and maintain some dignity with it.
The following night, Grant Hill and the Pistons paid a visit to Chicago, and the outcome was never in doubt. Hill scored 22 points, and by the third quarter, Detroit had opened up a 30-point lead.
Stackhouse goes to the bucket, off the glass, and good.
The Pistons went on to beat the Bulls by 44 points. As the NBA regular season comes to an end, let's take a look at the first-round playoff matchups in the Eastern Conference. The Miami Heat, who finished with the best record in the East, will face the 8th-seeded New York Knicks. The Atlanta Hawks will meet the Detroit Pistons. It'll be the third-seeded Orlando Magic going up against the number 6 Philadelphia 76ers. The Indiana Pacers, winners of the Central Division, take on the number 7 Milwaukee Bucks. Philadelphia and Milwaukee are both in the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. Time now to log on to NBA.com for more about Detroit's retiring veteran. A decade ago, Joe Dumars helped Detroit win 2 NBA championships, and he's been a mentor for today's Pistons, leaving a lasting impression on his teammates.
If you want to mold or pattern yourself or your game after somebody, I mean, he's the ideal person in my eyes.
The Pistons will honor Joe Dumars next season when they retire his number 4. Now, let's take a look at the WNBA draft. The Washington Mystics selected Chamique Holdsclaw with a first pick of the 1999 draft.
I think I can bring a lot of versatility and competitiveness to the team. I know how to win, so hopefully my attitude can rub off on some of the other players.
Some of the other selections, the Sacramento Monarchs picked Yolanda Griffith. Natalie Williams went to the Utah Stars, and the LA Sparks chose Delisha Milton. The Minnesota Lynx picked Tanya Edwards, the Charlotte Sting Dawn Staley, and the Phoenix Mercury selected Edna Campbell. Next up, we'll check out the latest NBA honors. The Pistons' Grant Hill was named NBA Player of the Week. Grant led Detroit to a 4-0 record while averaging almost 27 points.
Goes right side. Grant Hill drops that one home.
The Suns' Jason Kidd was named NBA Player of the Month for April as he averaged over 20 points and 10 assists. The Toronto Raptors' Vince Carter, who led all rookies in scoring and blocked shots, was named Schick Rookie of the Month.
Vince Carter over top of Alonzo Mourning.
And finally, after guiding the Spurs to an NBA best 13-3 record in April, Greg Popovich was named IBM Coach of the Month. Time now for our viewer email. This week's question comes to us from Dariusz Padagash from Plunge, Lithuania, who asks, who has played the most NBA seasons? Robert Parrish was drafted by the Warriors in 1976 and went on to play a record 21 seasons. Known as the Chief, he won 3 NBA titles with the Celtics in the 80s and another with the Chicago Bulls in 1997.
Robert Parrish does a slam for the Chief.
Here's a few suggestions for NBA.com. This one's from Mitch.
I want real-time stats of every game and a post-game recap.
This is good. Sam Mitchell says,
I want raw data parsed out to Java-enabled browsers.
Antoine wants online cats.
No, I want online chats.
Typo.
But Penny, NBA.com has all that.
Oh yeah? Does it have the recipe for my mom's meatloaf?
NBA.com. Live stats, video highlights, player chats, and meatloaf.
Have you had it with those right-wing conservatives?
Anything else?
All lawn and garden equipment on sale now at Sears.
Hey, so what's up with you there, Mongo?
Yeah, I was at the Jake yesterday, checking out the Indians, and it was Jim Tomei night.
Oh, he's a good-looking boy. Would you get an autographed ball or bat or something?
No, Grandpa. They were just giving out, Jim Tomei.
Go Indians.
Joe, Jim, and the Tribe look to run off with the central lead. Devil Rays Indians, tonight at 7 on Fox Sports Net, Ohio.
Hey, can I get a coaster over here?
NBA action on Fox Sports Net. Now let's go back into the action in the Western Conference, beginning in the Midwest Division with the San Antonio Spurs. The league's hottest team, the San Antonio Spurs, have already taken on a playoff attitude.
We've just been playing well together. We're happy, we're excited. Pop told us a week ago we need to start thinking like the playoffs, and we have been.
And with their hopes of gaining the top record in the NBA still very much alive, San Antonio was out to continue their winning ways against Portland.
Hold on, Elliott. Oh, my!
But with Mike Dunleavy's squad also fighting for the best record, the Blazers fought back late in the game behind Damon Stoudemire.
Stoudemire for the deuce. Tie game. Damon Stoudemire.
But led by Tim Duncan's great play in overtime, the Spurs pulled away.
Tim Duncan is taking this game over. And the Spurs are even with Portland with 3 games to go.
Up next, a battle with a top team in the West, the Utah Jazz. Led by their big men, the Spurs came out strong as they tried to claim the #1 seed.
And here he is, the trailer. Duncan spots him for the Jazz.
Facing their biggest game of the season, the Utah Jazz responded to the challenge.
Here's Malone to Ostertag, and that one emphatically down.
But led by Duncan, the Spurs beat the Jazz and moved one step closer to their goal.
And Duncan right by Ostertag baseline for the jam.
And the Spurs carried that momentum into a crucial rematch against the Trailblazers. But the Pacific Division champion Blazers were out to cool off San Antonio.
Brian Grant. Oh, man. Wow. Right down the gut on David.
Down the stretch, the Spurs took command and beat the Blazers behind a season-high 29 points from David Robinson.
Oh! David Robinson dumped it in! And the Spurs have a 5-point lead.
We're playing great right now. We don't really fear nobody. We go out on the court, do our job, and leave it on the floor. That's all we do.
Now let's go back into the action, this time in the Pacific Division, with a look at the up-and-coming Sacramento Kings. On the verge of claiming their first trip to the postseason since 1996, the Kings weren't about to let up as they hosted the Phoenix Suns.
Long outlet for Tark. He's got Williamson coming down the lane. One dribble, gets by Kidd. A left-hand dunk! Oh, you've got to be here to believe that. Oh, boy!
Jason Kidd and the Suns, who were making their own push for a playoff position, kept the game close. But in the fourth quarter, Sacramento broke it open behind rookie Jason Williams.
Now Williams steals the ball. Breakaway, Jason Williams all by himself in a right-hand dunk. Stolen by Williams at the line. Behind the back pass, Stojakovic drops it off D-Box. Weber, right-hand stop. Right-hand stop. The Kings win it 106-94, and they're on their way to the playoffs. All they have to do is win one of the next two.
The Kings would try to clinch the postseason berth on the road against the Denver Nuggets. And they took the early lead with a balanced attack as 7 players scored in double figures.
Oh, a nice pass to Tark, and he nails it home with the two-hand stuff. 4-on-3 the other way. Barry, good passing to Funderburg. Oh, boy, that's passing the ball around the horn.
But Antonio McDyess of the Nuggets could not stop the Sacramento Kings, who achieved their goal of reaching the playoffs, and they did it in style.
Williams, put it in the book and send the Kings to the playoffs.
You get to the playoffs, you got to go after it. We've got to get through the inexperience factor, but this group has surprised a lot of people this year, and we're just going to see what we can do.
Well, I think the sky's the limit for us as long as we go out and play really aggressive and do what Coach says. Who knows?
Now here's a look at the Western Conference playoff picture. The #1 seed San Antonio Spurs will have home court advantage throughout the playoffs by virtue of having the best record in the league. In the first round, they'll face the #8 seed Minnesota Timberwolves, while the Los Angeles Lakers will meet the Houston Rockets. The 3rd-seeded Utah Jazz will meet the #6 Sacramento Kings. And the Portland Trailblazers, winners of the Pacific Division, will host the 7th-seeded Phoenix Suns. All right, time now for Hot Shots, where we highlight one of the best performances of the week. Coach Don Casey led the New Jersey Nets into Orlando, where they'd face Nick Anderson and the Magic. And Anderson wasted no time getting started.
Anderson for 3.
Yeah, Nick had the hot hand early as he lit up New Jersey from the outside.
No one was able to stop Nick Anderson tonight.
Then he challenged them from the inside.
Nick Anderson, good job.
Oh, and the Nets had no answer for Nick down low.
Anderson goes to the left hand. The right one must be wearing down. He's been using it so much tonight.
Hitting from everywhere on the court, Anderson continued his onslaught in the second half when he scored 23 points and carried the Magic down the stretch.
Nick Anderson having himself a big game offensively.
And his teammates found him at every opportunity.
The rebound, the outlet, and the finish by Nick Anderson.
And then Nick sealed Orlando's victory.
Anderson says, why not go for 40?
I was on the bench over there. Coach said, whatever I have to do to get you back in shape, I'm going to do it. And, oh, man, he ran me to death tonight.
Nick Anderson finished with a season-high 40 points on 14 of 19 shooting. He also had 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Now let's take a look at the league's final scoring leaders. The Philadelphia 76ers' Allen Iverson captured his first NBA scoring title. The LA Lakers' Shaquille O'Neal finished in second place, while Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz ended up in third.
Figaro, 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 Figaro here, hey Figaro, Figaro there, hey Figaro, Figaro here, Figaro there, Figaro up, Figaro down, Figaro.
Vigoro Lawn Fertilizer gives you more predictable, continuous feeding whether it's hot, cold, wet, or dry. Vigoro. People everywhere are singing its praises.
Figaro.
Only at the Home Depot.
Before you can throw like an MVP, catch like an all-star, or hit like a Hall of Famer, you'll have to work like a Gabe Kapler. K-Swiss.
Hello? Yes, sir. Yes.
Can't get enough peanuts?
Get right on it. Goodbye, sir.
Get a payday. Sweet caramel and tons of salty peanuts.
Hi.
Saw you looking for change, and I was like, an angel like that, a dangerous place like this. She should know. 1-800-CALL-ATT is a guaranteed cheap collect call. Don't miss, sweetie.
1-800-CALLATT.
1-800-CALL-ATT for guaranteed cheap collect calls. She'll call.
Diana Nyad gets the story.
These people are corrupt all the way across. This guy thinks he's untouchable. Concrete evidence of those cover-ups is surfacing.
Senior correspondent Diana Nyad on Fox Sports News Primetime and Sundays on Going Deep. Get up with the hottest show in the AM. Chris Myers and Steve Lyons bring you more plays, saves, checks, and wrecks. Catch Fox Sports News this morning at 6:30.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now we enter another basketball dimension as we take a look at some of the week's best plays in the highlight zone. Time to get rolling as we slide into this week's zone. And we promise you'll be swept off your feet. So let's get the party started with some of these sensational moves from around the league.
Reverse Baker, counting the foul. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Williams, look out, see you later. And the reverse. Oh, you've got to be here to believe that one.
Here comes Nash again on the spin and finish.
Oh yeah, and now that you're in the groove, we'll keep you on the right path to some more thrilling moments, like these unusual buzzer beaters.
Let it fly, wouldn't go, tapped up on Holidays, up and in, it will count. Wow.
Sura against a double team. Sura finds some room. Sura off balance and off the glass at the buzzer.
Oh yeah, I know it's exciting, but there's more to come, so try to pull yourself together. Because next up, it's time to serve up some tasty treats with some of the sweetest assists of the week.
Stripped to the ball by Garnett. Behind!
Oh! Up to Van Exel. Little fake. Develops. Off the glass and in. Kidd, 13-footer is no good. Air ball. Longley saves it underneath the Guglielmo. Scores. What a nice behind-the-back feed from Longley.
Yeah, take it from me. It's not easy juggling these highlights every week. All right, now it's time for us to go out in a blaze of glory as we check out some of these spectacular dunks.
Chris Carr, big finish. Timmy for Strickland. Oh my!
To Carter, to the rack with a right-handed stuff.
Back to Jason. Alley-oop set up. Tariq, he flushes it down with a mighty leap on the left angle.
Time to go, and everyone's got his own way of saying goodbye.
I used to wonder if I was too old to go back to school. Now I know I wasn't alone. I used to worry about my future. Now I know I have one. I used to wonder if I made the right decision. Now I know. I should have called sooner.
Get a start on your future. Call ITT Tech at 1-800-446-4130 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-446-4130.
When he took apart my drill just to see how it worked, he made me mad.
When he built his first radio to contact life on other planets, he made me laugh. When he picked electronics as a career, he made me think. And when he graduated from ITT Tech, he made me proud. For an informative brochure, call ITT Tech at 1-800-446-4130. That's 1-800-446-4130.
Those before him, his name is synonymous with excellence. Like those before him, Eric Morales' victories have been impressive. But one man plans to stand out from the rest and hand him the one thing he has yet to experience: defeat. Conquest. Eric Morales defends his World Super Bantamweight Championship against former Mexican national champ Juan Carlos Ramirez. Also World Champ Nestor Garza and former champions Jorge Baez and Kevin Kelly.
Keep them all safe, and that's my job.
No shirt, no shoes, no service, sir.
When I respond to a call, I need to get on the scene fast.
Please stay on the crosswalk, son.
That's why I drive on Kelly tires. Got them at Conrad's. Kelly tires give me the quick handling my job demands. Excellent traction, too. Kelly's never quit when there's a job to do. Just like me. If your job demands tough tires, get yourself to Conrad's and get some Kellys.
Okay, folks, nothing to see here, all right?
Fox Sports Net, Ohio, home of the Indians.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now, the third-year guard, who's a rising star for the Milwaukee Bucks, is holding court.
I'm Ray Allen of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Have a great time out tonight.
Win on three, win on three. 1, 2, 3, win! And I love this stuff.
Allen gets free from Penny. Oh, man. Rolls it down. Allen has the baseline. And was given the baseline.
Ray Allen, nice move down the lane. Beautifully done.
Silky smooth Ray Allen.
After a stellar college career, Ray Allen joined the Milwaukee Bucks in 1996. And even though the team struggled during his first 2 seasons, Allen gave them hope for the future. He was making a name for himself as one of the NBA's most exciting newcomers.
This kid is something special.
This year, Ray Allen and the Bucks have turned things around. Milwaukee has its first winning season in 8 years as they've learned from past mistakes.
2 bad seasons, and now the third season is like I've saw what the bad things that we've gone through and what it takes for us to win. And the third year, we're still going through those ups and downs, but we've learned a lot.
Hey, let's be alert. Let's be alert.
It's kind of coming to us how to win.
Bucks running with 5, 4, inside Johnson. Nicely done to the dunking Ray Allen.
And Ray's a big part of the Bucks' success. Averaging 17 points a game, he's a threat to score every time he gets the ball.
He can basically do it all. He's very athletic. He can dribble the ball. He can shoot with the best of them. And he's quick.
Milwaukee picks it back up. Ray Allen crosses over down the lane. Whoa!
His leadership on and off the floor is great for us.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Great three-point shooter, so that's a plus to us. And if he continues to stay focused and don't let nothing distract him and keep him from improving, I think he can be one of the best 2 guards in the league.
For the first time since 1991, the Bucks are heading back to the playoffs. But Ray Allen knows this is only the beginning.
You start the playoffs, and then you take yourself in the later round. You look at Karl Malone or even Michael Jordan. It was their game in the 90s as far as making it to the playoffs, but back in the mid-'80s and late '80s, they were nowhere to be seen in the playoffs. And I always look at my evolution that way, to know that later on in the future I'll be at the helm of the NBA, and so will my team.
Hi.
I saw you looking for change, and I was like, an angel like that, a dangerous place like this. She should know. 1-800-CALL-ATT is a guaranteed cheap collect call. Don't miss, sweetie.
1-800-CALLATT.
1-800-CALL-ATT for guaranteed cheap collect calls. She'll call.
Training for volleyball gave her the body of a model. But what she's really after is the body of a champion. K-Swiss.
Can't get enough peanuts? Get a payday. Sweet caramel and tons of salty peanuts.
Sports' biggest stars. Sports' hottest story.
I never thought I would say it, but it's almost like Mike who?
Epic takes.
It's all right to continue to have sex with multiple women who aren't your wife? What?
The Last Word with Jim Rome, weeknights at 6:30 and midnight.
Welcome back to NBA action.
9.
All right, time now for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. Starting us up at number 10 is the Lakers' Kobe Bryant.
First slam dunk, a 360 turn in the air. And I thought he was going to be too far into the basket. I did too. He converted it.
In at number 9, the Sacramento Kings' Tariq Abdul-Wahad.
Up and under, kicks out, and it's in. Oh, I thought he was passing a ball, and it went in. How on earth did that fall?
But I don't even know how he got it through the defense, let alone with the English off the glass and in.
In at number 8, here's the Milwaukee Bucks' Ray Allen.
Allen in himself. Wow, what a play.
You see the talent that Ray Allen has.
At 7, the Pistons' Jerry Stackhouse.
Gets it out to Stackhouse. Behind the back, O'Bannon. What a great play.
At 6, the Cavs' Derek Anderson.
Turned the corner, and he sent it down strong. Wow. That's just an athlete doing what he does best. That's strong right there.
Next up, checking in at number 5, here's the Boston Celtics rookie standout, Paul Pierce.
Pierce into the paint, throws it up on the run. Yes! And a foul!
I mean, that was one of those Hail Mary jobs.
At 4, it's Portland's Damon Stoudemire to Rasheed Wallace.
Stoudemire with a rock. Lob to Rasheed! Goodness gracious, they're having a revival here in Portland. They have what happened? It's an old-time tent meeting.
At 3, it's Charlotte's David Wesley to Ricky Davis.
Lee Davis. Jam, a sensational jam by Davis. Oh, the rookie from Iowa, 19 years old, has the springs of a teenager.
At 2, it's the Philadelphia 76ers, Allen Iverson.
What a play by Allen Iverson as he wrapped it around the rim and twirled it home.
And the number 1 play of the week, again, it's the Hornets' Ricky Davis.
Coleman over Geiger. Davis soaring. Wow. Look at that. Woo. Mark, you don't see guys get up any higher than that.
That's all for today. Remember, you can send us your emails at the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Jim Fagan for NBA Action. See you next week.
It's a night of former champions on Fight Time on Fox.